enter in the offseason with the same core back and hoping to change the outlook for this year's run.
We're going to hoop, we're going to win, and then we'll take it from there.
Welcome to the life of a king.
And now as the new season tips off, the Heat's ready to take it on.
We've done the skill work, we've done the drilling, we've done all that. Now you want to line up against somebody, toe-to-toe, and see what's what.
This is your countdown to tip-off.
And we welcome you to Countdown to Tip-Off as we get you ready for the Miami Heat season. I'm Herro.
And I'm Will Manso. The first game at home Wednesday night against Orlando to open up the regular season. This Heat group focused on avoiding the disappointment of last year's ending. Here's a look at how they match up in the Eastern Conference.
You sound scared. Look, you have to be about it.
Eric Spoelstra set the tone from day one of the season. The Heat are scared of no team in the East. The attitude strong from Spo, despite Miami's first-round exit in the playoffs last season to the eventual champion Boston Celtics. While other teams in the East made big splash moves in the offseason to try and make up ground on Boston, the Heat kept their core together, and they like it that way.
Is that just the bottom line, that no matter what other team's done, this team is still at that level?
You have to have respect for how tough it is in this league, and that's it for me. It's a competitive respect for everybody out there, but I'm not taking it further than that. It's definitely not turning into fear or whatever that you think you're less than.
So how does Miami then improve? It has to happen internally. Jimmy Butler knows very well the challenge Pat Riley has laid on him to be more available. Bam Adebayo won another Olympic gold, and he's expanding his game with his ability to take and make threes. And the Heat are excited to have a full season of Terry Rozier and Tyler Herro together in the backcourt. As long as the core can stay healthy, this team feels they have a chance.
It's tough enough to compete for a title. You have to collectively be really mentally tough and develop a game that is truly worthy of winning when the playoffs come, and that's all I'm focused on. But I'm grateful, to be able to go into year 6 with Jimmy and year 8, with Bam.
So while the noise, as Spo likes to call it, is that the Heat hasn't done enough, the Heat coach will always believe his team has enough, especially a team that clearly has a chip on its shoulder as the new season begins.
You just don't have those kind of opportunities very often in this league where you're together that long. And I think that's a competitive strength and advantage for us when we use it appropriately.
Clay, it's a message of the offseason, of preseason, and now into the season, that this team believes that what others on the outside criticize, which is like, hey, running it back, similar core, getting stale, they say that's their strength, and that's what's going to help them win games this year.
Well, and a lot of that has to do with Jimmy Butler, and they need him back. They need him available. And it has been an interesting few months for the Heat superstar. After getting hurt and missing the Heat's playoff series against Boston, Butler faced criticism from Pat Riley. He didn't get the contract extension that he was seeking. But for Jimmy, it's just time to go out and prove himself once again.
If you're not on the court playing, you should keep your mouth shut.
Pat Riley's end-of-season comments about Jimmy Butler certainly raised some eyebrows. Riley's point, Butler needs to be on the floor more for the Heat to reach their peak.
Who moves the needle the most, on our team is Jimmy. He's an incredible player. And what I said at the beginning about change is he's got to give it some thought himself.
I hear him. I see what he's talking about. But I'm going to go out there and I'm going to play as many games as I can.
Jimmy is saying all the right things and seems to be in great shape heading into the season.
I'm going to hoop, we're going to win, and then we'll take it from there.
He's in a good place. He's at a point now where he needs me to really coach this team at a high level. He needs me to coach him at a high level and push him to higher levels. And I need him to be at his highest level as a player and a leader.
The Heat did not give Butler the big contract extension he was reportedly looking for. And Butler will play out the final year of his contract in Miami.
An extension is just, a couple of dollars. I'm cool, I'm telling you. I think I've made enough. I just want to play basketball. I want to be available, like Pat was talking about. And I plan on being that. I plan on us winning a bunch of games and making everybody happy.
For Butler, who has spent his career proving people wrong, it's time to get to work.
I guess I got to go out there and I got to hoop. I got to prove that I'm a major part of winning, and rightfully so. I've done it before. This is no different.
What Butler really wants is a championship. He's taken the Heat to the finals twice, but he knows this franchise and its fans aren't satisfied with second best.
I mean, anytime that we don't win a championship, I feel away. I know what these guys are capable of, this organization. And like I always say, I know what the city deserves, what the city wants, and that's a championship. So I think we're fueling up to go and get that trophy at the end.
And you're already seeing more of an edge from Jimmy Butler in the preseason. You saw him the other night going at Chris Paul after what happened with Nikola Jovic. So even in the preseason, he's doing the right things. He's saying the right things. Now the real question is, can he stay available throughout the regular season and playoffs?
And I think this is intentional from Jimmy. I mean, I think he tried to prove a point this preseason. Not that Jimmy has much more to prove, but he does seem like he is focused on playing more. We shall see it get started on Wednesday night, but we're just getting started here on our countdown to tip-off. Coming up, how about Bam Adebayo, the Heat captain this summer? Bam making a leap from star to superstar. That leap continues and doing it on the world stage. But first, our Coach's Corner, the thoughts of Heat head coach Eric Spoelstra. I sit down with Spo to chat about the upcoming season. Our countdown to tip-off continues. Don't go anywhere right here on Local 10.
When you say let's go to breakfast, you mean let's go to McDonald's. Obviously.
The 2 for $5 mix and match breakfast deal now includes the sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Choosing the right Medicare Advantage plan is important, especially when living with a chronic condition. That's why Simply Healthcare offers chronic special needs plans with more benefits than Original Medicare. Get a benefits prepaid card to use on groceries and utilities, money back in your Social Security check every month, a monthly allowance for OTC items, and 0 monthly premium. The choice is simple. Call Simply Healthcare today.
Hey Lexus, show alternate routes.
The future. Sometimes it's a work in progress. Other times it's pretty well thought out. The tech-forward and tech-ready Lexus NX.
Get special offers on select Lexus NX models.
Lease a new 2024 Tacoma SR5 for $389 a month for 36 months, plus get $1,500 in loyalty cash. Toyota, let's go places.
The price of groceries up, housing up, insurance way up, and Jackie Gross Kellogg pushing prices higher. Gross Kellogg backs upping taxes, upping spending, making our affordability crisis even worse. When it comes to prices, Jackie Gross Kellogg will send them up, up, up. But Vicki Lopez, working families first. Lopez cut taxes, slashed waste. Now she's taking on big insurance to lower rates. Vicki Lopez, one of us fighting for you.
Enjoy steak on any breakfast fave. Head over to McDonald's for a steak, egg, and cheese bagel. Delicious fluffy egg, melty cheese, and grilled onions for ultimate flavor. Or go with a steak, egg, and cheese biscuit or a steak, egg, and cheese McGriddles. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Welcome back to Local 10's Countdown to Tip-Off. The Heat making major upgrades at the Kaseya Center. If you haven't seen it yet, you haven't been to a preseason game or checked it out, a new scoreboard. It's nicknamed Fireball, with that ball in the middle. That flame features over 2,500 LED screens. They also upgraded the lighting and audio systems and special scoreboards around the big scoreboard. So yeah, you will notice a difference inside the Kaseya Center. Seating changes as well. Meanwhile, the test will be tough for the Heat this season with all the improved teams in the Eastern Conference. We talked about it in our first segment, but Miami not backing down. Here's head coach Eric Spoelstra in your Hard Rock Bet Coach's Corner.
It's a new season, new year. There will be a bunch of teams that are gunning for that title. Our guys like that world where you have to earn it. You have to take what you want out of this league. And you can't be afraid of the competition. You can't be afraid of proving it between those four lines. And that's the type of competitors we have in our locker room.
Again, the coach not shying away from any challenges, and he has one of the best big men in the league to help him, that's for sure. Clay's got more on Bam Adebayo.
Yeah, it was the summer of Bam, Will. Bam Adebayo played for his country, took home the gold, and watch his star continue to soar. How would you describe the summer of Bam?
Summer of Bam.
Even Bam Adebayo himself is at a loss for words when thinking about his summer, playing big minutes and a key role on the U.S. Olympic team, winning a gold medal, and being honored with a key to Miami-Dade County.
How you describe it? I would say historic, because obviously it's not a lot of people that get the keys to the county. It's not a lot of people that has 2 gold medals in them. It's not a lot of people who have the most gold medals in their franchise.
The summer was a really fun experience. I was Bam's workout coach, and boy, that was fun. And then when we were done working out, we'd sit, in the gym and just shoot the S, and not even talk about hoops, not talk about the team, just, really treasuring the experience that we were having, being part of that team.
Bam's star status may be on the rise, but you wouldn't know it by watching him. He still wears a smile on his face and takes time for people he meets. For that, he credits his mom, Marilyn, who moved to South Florida when he was drafted back in 2017, and makes sure that he doesn't forget how he made it to this point. I remember when you came into our station, he was rookie year heading into the second year, and it was so fun to us hear the same Bam.
When I was younger, I never had any of it. I knew how hard it was to get somewhere. My mom has made it really easy on me, because one thing my mom will never let me do is change who I am, and she will try to correct it the best way she can if I do.
What was a recent time when she checked you on something that you can share?
Recent time when she checked me on something?
You said, I don't like this.
I would say when I got my first extension, I wanted to buy something, and I knew I was like, I'm just buying it because I want it. It was 2 things. It was like jewelry, and it was this type of car. But she walks up to me and was like, all right, I get that you want it, but do you actually need it? And for me, I was like, sitting in the car on the drive home, it's like, I live 35, 40 minutes from my mom, so it's like, do I need it? And it was kind of like, well, you don't need it because it's not doing nothing for you. Just being able to have somebody in your corner to be honest, I feel like that's where a lot of people get lost when they change, is nobody's truly honest with them. Everything that's happening to me won't change who I am, because I want to be like this forever. I want to be the positive Bam that everybody meets. That's not because I'm putting on a front, that's because of who I am.
One thing I always say about Bam Adebayo, I also said it about Chris Bosh, is when I watch them play, I learn more about the game of basketball, the stuff that maybe you don't see in the box score, and how much they impact the team. It was so cool to see the world getting to see that on Team USA, with Bam getting more minutes and the team winning in many ways because of what he added.
And now that's Bam, the basketball player. Bam, the man, though,
man.
because of his mom, she's an incredible person. I know you've met her before.
Awesome.
She's always around the arena. She wears the emotion on her face after a game. If she's happy or mad at something that happened at a Heat game. But again, he gets it from her, and it is incredible to see. Meanwhile, Tyler time. Tyler Herro talks about the season coming up and the role that he plans to play in trying to help the Heat win the ultimate goal of the championship. A conversation with Herro and more as our countdown to TipOff continues right here on Local 10.
It's easy.
Pick out your new car?
And don't pay a thing till spring.
Yes, buy any new Rick Case Kia now and make no payments till next March. Drive remaining 24 Kia models from just $189 a month. And now Rick Case makes it faster and easier. We'll get you back on your way in an hour or less, guaranteed. Choose 0% for 72 months. And don't forget,
we get you back on the road in 60 minutes or less.
And that's just another reason.
Rick Case is the place.
Rick Case Kia, Sunrise Boulevard at the Sawgrass Expressway.
Using marijuana doesn't make you a bad person. And it's time we stop ruining lives over it. I'm a Republican sheriff, and I'm voting yes on Amendment 3 for safe, tested, regulated marijuana for adults. Amendment 3 will get marijuana laced with Chinese fentanyl off our streets and save countless Florida lives. With more funding for law enforcement to crack down on the real criminal, it's time. Vote yes on Amendment 3.
Get the facts at yeson3.com.
Growing old is part of the journey, even when you have heart failure. But when he had shortness of breath, carpal tunnel syndrome, and lower back pain, we wondered, could these be warning signs of something bigger? Thank goodness we called his cardiologist, because these were signs of ATTR-CM, a rare and serious disease that gets worse over time. If you see any of the warning signs, don't wait. Ask your cardiologist about ATTR-CM today.
He's been through a lot.
We'll get there. It's okay. You're safe here. Come on. No hurry. Love begins with trust. I'm not going anywhere. That's why I got a Subaru.
The all-new Subaru Forester. Safe, long-lasting, trusted, loved.
Get 4.9% APR financing for 72 months on a new 2025 Forester. Going on now.
Welcome to Homestead Miami, your home for the racing high life. A track as vibrant and colorful as South Florida. Come for the sun, stay for the speed. An Xfinity and Craftsman Truck Series Playoffs doubleheader on Saturday. A Cup Series Playoffs showdown on Sunday. There's something for everyone. Cuisine, culture, competition, and it's all caliente.
Hell of a job, guys.
Welcome back to our preseason countdown to tip-off. If the Miami Heat are going to make some noise this year, it'll have to be Tyler time.
Yeah, I had a chance to go one-on-one with Tyler Herro to discuss why this year can be special for the Heat.
Run it up, then run it back. Run it up, then run it back.
Tyler Herro enters year 6 in the NBA, feeling rejuvenated and ready for his best season.
It's crazy. I mean, how fast is going?
Run it back, run it up, run it back, run it up.
For a player who's had big moments in the NBA Finals as a rookie and won the Sixth Man of the Year award in the league just 3 seasons ago, Herro still has more to prove. But not to others, but himself.
Get a round of applause.
In the reality, I'm still a young player in the league. Obviously, I still have room to grow, and that's what I'm ultimately excited about. I feel like I haven't had the best version of myself throughout a complete season yet, so I'm always striving to get to that point. So I'm just excited to have another opportunity.
When did that, in this process of getting ready for the season, did you say, I'm going to stay away from the predictions and the things like that? Because the stuff, obviously, media and fans want to hear that. Like, hey, man, what do you think you could average this year? Can you be an all-star? Can you do this? When did you say, I'm not getting involved in that?
Probably, honestly, once the season ended, I kind of reflected. When I came into the league, I didn't have any expectations on myself. I'm going to be an all-star, I'm going to be, I'm going to average 20 or whatever it is. You know, that's not the kind of player I was, and I don't want to form into that kind of player. You know, I'm a player that wants to win at the end of the day. That's all I'm about. And if I average 19 or 25, and we're winning, that's all that matters for me. That's what I want to get back to, you know, just being able to be myself and play my game and not really worry about, don't get caught up in all the extra stuff.
The extra stuff includes outside opinions. So many have been formed about Herro over the years. He admits he's seen it before, read about it, but maturing to the point where it won't be its focus.
I kind of just let people do their thing. Obviously, Twitter these days and social media has gave everyone
It's hard to avoid, right?
It just gave people a platform to
to form their own opinion on whatever it is, and which everyone has the right to do, but that's their opinion, and honestly, it doesn't have really an effect on me. And just like I said, not trying to get caught up in all the extra stuff that doesn't have to do with winning a championship.
Herro knows so much of his growth will depend on his health. Various injuries have kept him down in the past, so he spent this offseason getting stronger. He feels it and believes it will help. One thing is clear, though, from talking to Herro. He wants to let his actions do the real talking this season. But he's confident, focused, and ready to help Miami shock the naysayers.
I don't feel like I've had my best version of Tyler Herro yet. You know, I feel like I can still get better. I'm still young. My health is obviously a question right now, but I'll be all right. I'm literally 24 years old, and like I said, I know what I have to do to stay healthy, and that's the biggest part that I'm going to try to tackle this year.
I've talked about Tyler many times over the years. It's crazy to me people don't see what an asset he is. And by the way, an asset and a player that at 24 years old still has room to get better and wants to get better. I think the talent is there, the commitment is there to be a big part of the Heat's success.
We saw the two of you chopping it up and him laughing. There's nothing more important to him right now than his family and his. You know, I think there's a maturity there with, not that he was ever immature, but I think there's more of an understanding of what's important, and so I think that's going to allow him to grow as a basketball player. You guys talking about your kids was phenomenal.
Yeah, it's growth. Stuff. Think about it. When you were 19, 20, 21, he was in the spotlight in the NBA and the NBA Finals, and now at 24, a lot is on his shoulders, and he's ready to take it on. All right, we've got to take on one more segment here. We wrap things up, countdown to tip-off. Some of the keys to the season surrounding the younger players. We know about the vets, but what younger players can make an impact? We'll have that when countdown to tip-off. Get you ready for the Heat season continues here on Level 10.
You want to bet? You just need a phone. And maybe some luck.
Lucky Seat strikes again!
And if luck's not your thing, you just need a vibe.
Oh, we got that.
You don't need to know every stat ever.
No, you don't.
You just need to know there's a game tonight.
It already started?
However you bet, you can roll with us. Hard Rock Bet, the sports book for every kind of player.
With Chevy trucks, be ready for adventure. With power you can count on. Capability that doesn't compromise. A hard-working EV with more range than any competitor. And the potential to take you anywhere. It's Chevy truck season. Get 0% financing for 36 months. Plus, make no monthly payments for 90 days on all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups when you finance with GM Financial. Or get $6,750 total value on this Silverado LT.
Hey, Flo. Cool leg warmers.
Thanks. They're just for the bus ride to work. They're not part of the official uniform.
No tunes today?
No. My apartment was robbed last night. Took my cable-ready TV, VCR, portable cassette player.
Yep, all the latest tech.
If only Progressive had renter's insurance, like their home insurance.
Then we could bundle our cars and get the same 24/7 protection. I think we just invented that. This is the best day ever.
Well, I still got robbed.
It's still a pretty good day.
Hey, Lexus, show alternate routes.
The future. Sometimes it's a work in progress. Other times it's pretty well thought out. The tech-forward and tech-ready Lexus NX.
Get special offers on select Lexus NX models.
Jody J asks, about to add the 88th device to our network. Can our internet keep up?
It can, Jody, but more devices means you need faster internet.
We've engineered Xfinity's network so you can upgrade your speed to keep doing everything you need to do, like working, video chatting, streaming, and slaying zombies, all in the name of science.
I've never been to a seance.
Switch to fast, reliable Xfinity internet for just $30 a month with Wi-Fi equipment. And ask how to get a free 5G phone with Xfinity Mobile.
As we get back to countdown to tip-off here, final segment, we're going to call the keys to the season as far as the younger players. So we talked about the veteran players. We know the keys of Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, Tyler Herro, all the guys we focused on. But let's talk about the impact of the players like a year two of Jaime Jaquez Jr. Clay, his role in this team doesn't look like it's going to be a starter. But his performance last year, very encouraging when he'd come off the bench. There were nights where he was pumping in 20, 22 a game when other guys were hurt. I love to see the evolution of his game continue, and I think it will.
This is a guy, if like you're looking for a fantasy sleeper or something like that, I think the fact that he's coming off the bench is going to help him because he's, you're coming in and you're going up against maybe not necessarily the A-level defenders on the other team when you come in. It reminds me a little bit different position, but when Tyler Herro won Sixth Man of the Year, when you're able to come in and do this kind of stuff down in the post and you're not going up against one of the team's best post play, like what he's able to do at his size against potentially a smaller defender, man, look out.
I love his ability to shake and bake and make moves down there. Again, stuff that you see of a veteran, not a rookie, now in his second year. Nico Jovic, another young player of the development. The trust they've had in Nico is clear. They had a plan for him. He followed that plan. He's grown into his body. He's grown into his confidence. And Clay, he's going to be a starter for this team at least to start the season. It's a very important part of his game. What he can do and provide with those veterans around them, I think is going to be pivotal for Miami's success, especially early in the season.
Well, for sure. And I'm really curious to see. There's clearly a fondness for him in the locker room. I think, when you saw Jimmy Butler going at Chris Paul the other night after that little back and forth between,
the young guy.
That says something to me. And so when you have everybody in the locker room, and especially Jimmy Butler, that's got your back, I think that naturally you're going to gain more confidence and your teammates are going to look at, and then they're going to look for you on the floor as well. So I'm really excited to see his growth as the season goes on.
And finally, a quick look at first-round pick Kel'el Ware. I'm asked so much about him, and I'll tell this to Heat fans in 10 seconds. Be patient. The Heat will. There are a lot of things he still needs to work on defensively, the system, the way the Heat are going to need him. Remember, his primary role will be defense, rebounding. The time will come. It will likely not be early in the season.
Yeah, we joke all the time when you see a banner with a question mark, instant impact?
No.
The answer is no. There's not going to be.
It's not needed either. It's
not
needed.
And I think what he brings, his gifts, man, you can see that when he gets some time in that strength development program,
part of
him and Bam together, look out.
The 4 and 5 is going to be interesting. He'll be a big part of the future. Maybe not the present, but the present begins for the Miami Heat. Wednesday night when they host the Orlando Magic, the season tips off as the Heat looking for a big bounce back.
Thank you for watching Countdown to Tip-Off.
When you say let's go to breakfast, you mean let's go to McDonald's. Obviously.
The 2 for $5 mix and match breakfast deal now includes the sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
At Citi, we know some days are scarier than others. This Halloween season, treat yourself to quality home furniture at prices that won't haunt you. Citi Furniture, designed for love.
Feel the groove in the all-new Camry. Right now, lease a new 2025 Toyota Camry LE for $319 a month for 36 months. That's just $319 a month on the Toyota Camry. Toyota, let's go places.
There's so much cleaning and maintenance to keep up with in your house. I trust the pros at Stanley Steamer. Did you know it's recommended to clean the coils and blower motor every year? It's also recommended to clean your air ducts as often as every 3 years. For my family, clean air isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. That's why I call the best Stanley Steamer. Their regular cleaning helps prevent mold and reduces bacteria and allergens. I love the feeling of a clean home, and Stanley Steamer is who I trust.
Call or click to schedule Stanley Steamer.
If you get sick with COVID-19, someone will feel all alone. Get an updated vaccine this season so you don't let down the ones who matter most. Last fall, more people were hospitalized from COVID than the flu. COVID is always changing. Protect yourself this season with an updated vaccine. Do it for you and them.
Enjoy steak on any breakfast fave. Head over to McDonald's for a steak, egg, and cheese bagel. Delicious fluffy egg, melty cheese, and grilled onions for ultimate flavor. Or go with a steak, egg, and cheese biscuit or a steak, egg, and cheese McGriddles. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
3, 2, 1.
It's showtime.
We bring you the biggest sports news, insights, in-depth analysis. We take you inside the game.
I'm Local 10's Clay Herro.
And I'm Local 10 Sports Director Will Manso. Together, we bring you sports.